Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's our great pleasure to have you with us again in one of our webinars, free online webinars. And today we have a specific strategic topic about using artificial intelligence, AI, for talent acquisition. And it's our great pleasure to have you with us. This session comes to you from HR Leaders Kuwait and Qatar School Middle East and Quality and Excellence Middle East and Tanmiyah Group and HR Excellence Club. I'm Dr. Muhammad Rabi'i, your host. I'm the founder of HR Leaders Kuwait and have a mission to inspire people and organizations to accelerate growth and achieve excellence. So it's my great pleasure today to have my dearest colleague and one of the knowledgeable and expert people in the HR fields, Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you so much.
So I leave the floor to Mr. Ahmed Hatoum to start his presentation and to introduce himself.
Thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you so much for your information. Dr. Muhammad is one of the inspiring leaders that made me fall in love with this profession as an HR, and I'm proud to be with you today. I would give a promise at the beginning that after we come to the end of this presentation, I will show you that artificial intelligence is not artificial, and we will take a hands-on experience to see how it works using talent acquisition, one of the talent acquisition tools. We can use a lot of tools, but I hope we had enough time to use learning management, to use people performance management, and how we can track it using the artificial intelligence. I will start. Okay, Dr. Muhammad, my slides are not moving. We need your help. Am I in control? Okay. Dr. Muhammad, can you move the slide from your end? It's not moving. I don't know if the screen sharing is stuck.
So I think, why don't you exit and come again, share again the screen.
All right, we'll do that. Okay.
Working or not working?
It's okay. It's okay. Everything can be managed. This is the world of IT.
Okay. Take your time, no worry. Okay.
All right. I will go in brief. How did we come to the rise of AI? All of us, we have witnessed during the COVID crisis, the disrupted businesses and the disconnected people from their jobs. And it was like a moment of truth, either to survive or to to declare bankruptcy and close the business. So resilience and change management was faster than ever. Companies found out that without artificial intelligence, without remote working, without data, without reporting, their companies and their people are worth nothing. 97% of companies without data will go bankruptcy in case of any natural disaster or in case of war or in case, but having data in hand, this is the best guarantee that you will never face any discontinued business operation. As we see here, a Harris poll found that 50% of companies accelerated their AI strategy in 2020. That's 3 years back. 67% accelerated in 2021. In 2023, I can put this into 85, even though there is no yet study to measure it, but as an expectation due to the volume of standalone service applications and artificial intelligence-based business tools that is sold globally across the world. In 2024, definitely all companies will be using data analytics and artificial intelligence to save on their costs, as else they will get out of the market sooner than they think. The reference is the apin.com. You can access this report, and let me take you to the rise of AI in terms of people. Dr. Jeffrey Hinton. Dr. Jeffrey Hinton is the godfather of AI. Sorry, let me remove this. So, all right. He studied in the United States. He worked in the US as a computer operator. And when he started, stating that he wants to make the computer think like a human, people made fun of him. He worked for 40 years and he failed due to limitations of technology, to limitations of the capacitors and the hardware that enables the machine to think beyond the one layer of a human brain. That was back in the early 80s. So he failed. He couldn't get any funding. He couldn't get any support. In 1987, he finally founded a neuron web. A neuron is like it's like the mind, the human mind. We have a neuron web where communication, electricity, everything, communication, feeling, sensors goes through such a web to create a self-operating machine, the human body, managed and controlled by the mind. He tried to use this brain methodology in 1987, and he succeeded in creating a military vehicle, a self-driven one. But he faced another failure of safe driving test. The vehicle couldn't control itself. In the early 90s, he succeeded to build a system capable of recognizing handwritten numbers. So if you write hand, that was a simple artificial intelligence. But this brought the attention of so many investors. And again, when he hit the ceiling of lack of funding, he gave up until in 2006, the world started getting this Dr. Jeffrey Hinton's ideas, having the super chips manufactured by Intel, by Motorola, by so many big tech companies, the massive data resources. If you remember when the internet first started in the early 90s, till 2006, now we have data. People are uploading, downloading, so you have massive data resources. It gave him the lifetime opportunity. So he encrypted algorithm. Algorithm is an equation, a logical equation that talks to both software and hardware to render a result or an output based on analytical tasks. So computers in that time, in 2006, are capable to recognize images, speeches, and translate from one language to 50 more languages. So let me give you here a couple of examples. Imagine if you want a computer to recognize the type of a cat by taking a photo of a cat, you will have to upload more than 10,000 photos for cats and define the type of each photo. So imagine how much work it will take to determine a species of a cat from one photo. So if you compare or benchmark this to other tasks, how time consuming and effort it will take to do. Now, after 2006, Dr. Jeffrey started receiving funds from both Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Both Tesla and Facebook were on the first start of using artificial intelligence, and then followed by Google. All right. Here, in 2012, the start of a machine learning. Now, the machine learning, we have so many types, but the most important of which are the type that connects the data and give you an output. And this output is not 100% guaranteed reality. But you have the reinforced learning. The reinforced learning is that you raise a machine like a puppy, like a small dog, or like a little creature. And you start letting this machine watch what you're doing. And whenever the machine does a wrong, you punish it. And whenever it renders a correct answer, you reward it. And this is how the machine learning, it's like raising a small baby. But now we have much more advanced than this machine learning. We will come to it in the next slides. The neural networks popping up in the front page, sorry, it's for the type, on the front page of New York Times, and Google was the first to use the online translator. that made companies to start thinking how we will reinvent our businesses. So again, this Dr. Jeffrey created the AI revolution and made Canada the superpower of artificial intelligence by holding the biggest AI research center in the world. And still, nowadays, smartphones, even if you're not using them fully, they are packed with AI applications, with trackers, sensors, cameras. They know when to shoot you with an advertisement. They know when to send you a message that you're expecting. Even they are sensing your well-being, giving you time to exhale, inhale. So this is strange. It's invading our privacy. Please, if you have any comments or views, raise your hands. I would like to share some views with all of you. And please don't step in anytime you want. This is a space for everyone, not only for me. The cars now, as you see, can drive in open roads, packed with sensors, cameras, radars, and they can park themselves. The speech recognition, I was Googling to see what is the highest end tech for speech recognition. I have found this website. I will share it with you later on in the chat box. You read for 1 minute, couple of words, and then whatever you type in text, it will copy your voice 100%. This is dangerous. And I believe some of Donald Trump's offenders used this technique to attack his political image in front of the public. So imagine how dangerous the AI is becoming. Imagine how governance and legal constraints will come up to stop this in the future. Because if it keeps growing that fast and that big, what will happen to us? Okay, and so now you can run your computers, your machines with voice recognition, and those machines and computer systems. They can predict your next behavior. They know when you will take a break. They know when you will leave your office, when you come back, when you take a lunch break, when you go to smoke a cigarette if you are a smoker. I will show you a couple of tools that are used by some football teams and some basketball teams, and some tools that are used in the workplace. So you will see what I'm talking about in this upcoming years of AI evolution, following the revolution. So Dr. Richard Sutton, he's a good friend of Dr. Jeffrey. They started together working on the AI, but this guy has taken another crossroad with Dr. Jeffrey. This is the one who invented the neuron that learns from human experience. And here we're talking about machines that feels. So if Siri in the future will ask you, how was your day? And you sounded like sad. Don't think it will stop there. It will keep on asking you and taking you into emotional spaces that you have never experienced with any other chatbot or artificial intelligence tool. So this guy created the human experience. They don't only learn from historic safe data. He's the man behind the reinforced learning. He's the man where the machine is treated like a baby creature, copying people's doings, punished for the wrong ones, rewarded for the right ones. And this will lead to the machine singularity. The machine will reach a stage after receiving the proper learning to operate by itself, to take and to make decisions by itself, to decide what is right, what is wrong, independently of a human intervention. And this is where the danger lies. This is where the humans have to rethink, rework the AI process and think what could be the consequences. Would this AI save us or kill us? Would it help us or destroy us? And this is scary. In 2030, as we were discussing just before the session, it is inevitable that algorithms supported by super hardware and software will make the machines ready to outwork the human mind. And here we're talking about millions of jobs that will be lost, and we will come through these jobs before we step into the AI-based talent acquisition. 2040, the humanized machines will certainly beat the human mind with IQ level bypassing that of Albert Einstein's. But again, the question that remains, will AI kill us or save us? Will it help us or destroy our planet? There are a lot of nuclear weapons everywhere. Do you imagine if an AI perceptron or neuron web access such a deadly weapon, what may happen to our Earth? It's really scary. So what do you think? Do you think AI will kill us, will save us, could be in between if controlled, and if progressed gradually without taking any risks against humankind, against every living creature on the planet? What do you think? Please, let's have some thoughts. Don't be just sitting and listening. I would like to hear your opinions, your views.
Hi, Ahmad.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm great. I think concerning weapons and nuclear weapons, it will kill us. For example, like for example, if you think about Russia and Ukraine, if we think about like Russia's policy for using nuclear weapons, like Ukraine has passed it, like they hit inside of Russia. So if it was AI, if AI has access to the nuclear weapons, they would have already hit Ukraine.
Yeah, it's really scary. You know, imagine, look, it's really scary what level of thinking this machine could reach, and what possible risks and hazards it could pose on us, and especially in the presence of those unwanted and hated weapons of mass destruction. I think this will be a barrier, and at one stage, I believe big powers will come to an agreement or to a census that, okay, let's remove the nuclear weapons and give space for the AI and live happily. We could preserve our planet. We can produce less pollution. We will see. But thanks, Jonathan, for this insightful.
Thank you.
Views. Most welcome. Okay, let's see what robotics will be taking over, which jobs. Assembly line and factory workers. Marihan and KDD, you know better now, those Tetra Pak machines, instead of having 25 workers operating one machine, now you have 3 or 2 workers, and maybe they are operating using voice recognition technology. Bus drivers, taxi drivers, truck drivers. Just recently in Kuwait, I saw a Tesla truck, by the way, self-driven car. Here in not in Salmiya, where Jabriya. It was in Jabriya. So imagine you will see cars without a driver. How would you feel? Don't get distracted while driving. Just keep your eyes on the road. Else you'll end up an unfavorable accident. But yes, it's coming soon. The phone operators, telemarketers, receptionists. Imagine when those telecom companies started the chat bots, how we felt. Oh, we want a human being to answer, but now they got smarter. They had multi-layer, neural web thinking, not a single layer, like putting you in a loop, go back to the menu, go back to the menu. Those are not smart. They got smarter and smarter and smarter. Cashiers, bank tellers, packing, stockroom, warehouse moving, pharmacy technicians, even pilots, yes. It will be safer having an AI controlled by 5 pilots from a certain point on the ground rather than having all the souls in the hand of 1 or 2 pilots. Bartenders, stock traders. Imagine now GPTs are giving you a hint about what will be happening to the stock prices in the future, how the oil will increase to $150 by 2026 because countries have signed a decree to stop extracting fossil fuel from ground. So the oil is expected to go up. And this is all collected from GPT, not from my intelligence. But definitely this GPT has used millions of minds altogether before coming up with such a recommendation. Travel agents, chefs, cooks, typists, and the list goes on and on. So as a recruiter or a talent acquisition officer, you have to pay attention to those positions and to keep asking your hiring managers, do we have an upcoming automation? Is this position redundant or replacement required? So you will keep asking those questions before you enter to the pool of excessive workforce cost, and your company will hit the wall of bankruptcy. So you have to keep asking. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't recommend hiring anyone without having this IT savvy mindset, because he or she will be a resistance to change in the future. So we will come to this when setting up our AI filter questions prior to interviewing candidates. So AI and the future of HR. We as leaders are now leaning in. We are asking how we can take advantage of data. We want to understand how to get a better sense of people. We want to create more agility in our talent ecosystems and start creating new HR models powered by data. We have to understand the why, the what. If you connect the dots and to understand what is causing what, and what is an input for another output. And we will see how companies now are using the RFID technology to track the behavior of employees within the workplace and outside. So we have to understand what HR data center we need to build for ourselves to make us take the right decisions at the right time in front of the right management. And management will always ask us three major things. What are your ethics? What is your evidence? And what do you expect the outcome will be? So these three questions have to be the center of symmetry of your HR data center that will help you build reports, dashboards, and decision making tools for top management to realize which dimension to take in terms of people, society. A-powered productivity. Let's have a look at this on the left side. Who knows what is this on the left side? Anybody? Those four eyes. Simply cameras, guys, come on. So we have those four cameras with sensors. And those cameras, you have hundreds of them implanted in each sports court, whether in basketball or in football. So how teams are winning, how a team like Arsenal or any team from, who have been away from winning for the last like 10 years, just emerged in the last 5 years and started winning. It's AI, guys. It's AI. Coaches are watching how the players are behaving during games and the building scenarios, simulations. Look how the machine is giving them insights. How many passes, how many assets, how many full court run, how many layovers, how many missed, how many scored. So you have all of this captured on a dashboard, just like that. The ball handling, how many saved, how many shots on a goal, how many successful passes over total passes. It's all data, guys, come on. Bad possession rating, balls won, ball possession time, even the ball possession time. We are in front of a scary thing, and you will see millions of Ronaldo and Messi in the future, because now the sports club are following the artificial intelligence to create physically, mentally, and sportsmen and sports ladies, even ready to compete, top-notch sportsmen in the world. The world is changing. We will see a lot of changes, a lot of advancements. So let's not be shocked. Let's be ready for it. Look here, for example, a call center dashboard. That's a simple one. How many calls answered in less than 180 seconds? You can customize these tools, Power BI, Tableau, R-Dash, whatever even Excel. You can customize to get what data you would like to have in hand before you make a decision. Who's outperforming who? Who's outworking who? What is my average best within each department? So you will have those simple dashboards, and you can even make them more complicated like this. So if you look at this work time classification, for example, check it out, how this guy worked compared to other friends. And look here at the colors, the red, the green, the amber, who's doing much better than others. The average for developers, 52 to 65. So the work time expenditures, 20%, 21% in communication, 19% in meetings. So come to my Marihan, how much time you spend in meetings? 60%. Hello, Marihan, you're still here. Are you still here?
Yeah.
How much time you spend in meetings nowadays?
Per week, 2 hours.
Okay, so that's good. So you find time to do some to do the action plans decided during the meetings, right?
Yeah.
How about others? Do you spend too much time in meetings that prevents you from doing or from fulfilling your weekly action plans? Do you have a problem with meetings, or you have a smart mindset, smart leadership that helps you save time on doing stuff rather than discussing stuff over and over again? So I believe, yeah, this 19% is typical, 13% development. And also it depends on the company industry. For example, you won't expect too much development in manufacturing, but if you come to design, graphic design, or if you come to fashion, yes, this could increase. So it depends on the company activity, company industry, the company product. It differs from company to another. But look at the dashboards. This is the productivity, future productivity trackers. And I think every one of you have seen this cafe where the camera is tracking each barista, and each barista is showing how many cups served in a minute. Have you seen this? Or I will show it to you at the end on YouTube. Yes. So let me continue here and go straight to the AI-based applicant tracking system, the ATS. And let's discuss the benefits of AI in recruitment. Those figures were taken back in 2021. So, but I believe this is much better. Now is much better than before. AI will save time, 67%. Imagine, and recruiters or talent acquisition officers, their main challenge is time, because whenever they meet a hiring manager or a department head, when can I get my candidates boots on the ground? The same question across all companies. So imagine saving time, how much leverage will give you over hiring managers to get their candidates promptly. Yes, it removes the human bias. Definitely, if you are recruited by a machine, you will definitely will be treated much easier than a human when it comes to the human bias. Some people, they have bias against nationality, some against gender. I know managers, they don't hire women simply because they think maternity leave is a productivity. I hate those types who think like this in a very biased way. So yes, the artificial intelligence will remove all the bias, but again, if you come to the second and third layer, if you have inserted any bias-related data, it will definitely fall into the human bias. If the filtration or the artificial intelligence layer building is managed and controlled by a human. 31% will deliver best candidate matches, and I will show you how. Saves money, and let's go forward. Let's see this in action. Okay, so here we go. I'll share this with you later. Here. Okay, I think Marihan knows this application. I have trained her well. This is called CVscom. And let me,
Yeah.
okay, let me try to make this as small as possible. All right. Okay, this is a very simple artificial intelligence-based tool. It helps you to post a job simply. Add a job, and whenever you add a job, you have all the details found in any job description. But the artificial intelligence platform that plays an important role here is the skills and the requirements, the text. So the AI machine will read the text and will read the skills. So what I have done here, I will show you an example to save time. I have built a network administrator, a job ad, all right? And I have added those CVs. It's easy thing. Whenever I want to add the CV, I just choose candidates. I either import by resume or import from Excel. Import by resume, I can take bulk. Please stop me if you have questions, guys. So for example, I take those resumes, upload resumes. If we have duplicates, it will tell you. It will tell you if you have duplicates, so you will not waste time. And I believe they are all duplicates. But let's see what will happen next. Please, guys, do you have any questions? Ladies, gents. Excuse me, I can't hear you.
Please continue, Ahmed. If anyone has question, he will tell you. Okay. Continue.
All right, all right. Okay, so it's taking time, but okay, it's taking time, but let me show you one thing here. Okay. Now I have added CVs. All right, those are the CVs added. Not only me that I can add a CVs.com. CVs.com. It's an amazing tool, affordable, and 100% guaranteed. It will save you 80%, not 60, not 60% of time. But let me show you what does it do. Now let's assume everybody is dumping CVs here. Recruiters from your team, even vendors, because here, if you see, you can always have a vendor. You can add vendors instead of sending you CVs. Just let me show you something here. Application vendors. Instead of sending you CVs to your email, you just add your vendors here, the contact person and their email. So whenever they want to send you a CV, they just click on the CVs.com upload, and pop, they can add 1,000 CV in one click. You can create user roles. In this scenario, you can create a hiring manager, technical interviewer 1, if you want to add a technical interviewer 2, talent acquisition manager, if you have, the talent acquisition officer, and the admin, who's normally the HR head. And you can specify the privileges for each role. So here, for example, the hiring manager can share job posting, but cannot add a new job, cannot view all jobs, because you have, let's say, 50 hiring managers, 50 departments. They can share candidates, but they cannot send email to candidates. Only the HR department sent the email to candidates. They can upload candidates if they receive CVs from their LinkedIn, Facebook. They can add notes, they can import, but they cannot delete candidates. Only the HR admin can delete candidates. And here where we control the bias. They can download resumes. Maybe yes, maybe they want to share it by email with the chairman or whoever. They can export candidates' data, export it into Excel, into PDF, into Power BI. They can view sensitive fields. And here I check this because I know what is a sensitive field. It's the salary part. Salary part, yes, hiring manager, they have to see the salary part because it's part of their workforce budget. View and send job offers, no. Bulk delete candidates, no. Reports, they can use their summary report, but not all reports. Not all vacancies and all active recruiters reports, only their departmental reports. From an administration side, they can modify their departments. They shouldn't be modifying vendors. They can They are hiring managers. They shouldn't be modifying hiring managers. They are not supposed to view the billing section. They can only customize the screening questions and the departments. Even this one, let me remove it. Keep it for the HR manager to avoid any disruption in the organization structure. So you define the user roles, and after you define the user roles, you start adding users and assigning them to which role. So here, for example, if I add a user, all right, I assign him to which role? Hiring, technical interviewer, talent acquisition officer, admin. So whenever you assign him, automatically he or she will take all the privileges below. Now, the departments, here you can start creating departments and assigning hiring managers. Now, look how we are creating the artificial intelligence layers. We are starting from the role, from the role in terms of delegation of authority. And then we are creating people into each roles. And then we are creating departments. And then we are assigning people to each department. So look at this in Euroweb that we are creating. And in each layer, we have a gate of filtration that will allow the artificial intelligence to do its job. And I will show you how. So the hiring managers also, you can add the head of departments. Here, I don't have, this is a demo, by the way, but if I use a huge one, I'll show you thousands of names, like, really thousands of names when dealing with big companies like Oracle or SAP. So you have the hiring managers, and then you have the job approval. Do you want, if you click this, activate, so the admin has to approve each job posting before going live. And I really recommend this. Screening questions here. For example, I'm hiring a network engineer. So whoever applies has to answer these questions with yes or no. Do you have any chronic illness? Do you hold a clean criminal record? Do you have a transferable residences? Yes, 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 yes. The AI will push it to the second stage. Any no of these, it will put it in a candidates database, talent pool, pending my final action, whether to discard, to maybe consider for another job. But this is where you put your filtration rules. You can add a question, and simply whenever you add a question, you can type whatever you want. You can select whether you want it as a text, a number, a long answer. If you want, for example, to write an essay, switch yes or no. Drop down if you have like multiple choice questions. Select multiple options if you have more than one answer. Date you are linked. You can use it's open, and you can customize. The email setting here will help you to create your own templates, like thank you for sending us your CV. We would like to have your additional credentials like the passport copy, university degree. You can create anything here, customize it, and you can send it to multi candidates at the same time. Let's see this, for example, telephonic interview. Hello, you have, this is the machine, the AI machine. You have been shortlisted for telephonic round for job profile. It will take the job profile from the posting itself. At the company name, it will take it from your company name. As discussed, I have scheduled your technical on date, between brackets, depending on the empty slots on your calendar. At time, depending on your availability. Interviewer, wish you the best of luck. So this will be triggered whenever you send an interviewer inviting a candidate to attend an interview. This automatic email will go. Now let's go back to the jobs and resumes to show you this thing. So after I have uploaded the CVs, I go to the, imagine you have thousands of CVs here on this page. How much time it will take you to read each CV? You won't be able to read more than 150 CVs per day. So what you need is a super application to bring all the CVs. Come here, don't do anything. Just go to the ranking. Look at the ranking. What's happening? It's reading every CV and it's giving it a grade. So now the machine is reading each CV, comparing it, and I got here somebody with B+. He wasn't here. If you have noticed, he wasn't even here. He was just at the bottom of the list. This guy is E, this guy is B+. So definitely this guy has mandatory to have skills, as I will show you here. Edit a job. This guy, and we will open his CV together. Definitely has those requirements in his CV or in a different language, but same content. And here we have skills. The green are mandatory to have, must to have. And here it's good to have. So MCSE, VMware, and CCNA, definitely they are in his CV. This is how the machine filtered this guy. Let's open his CV. Hakim Attari. So let's go to his CV. And so here. You see, this is the MCSE. Got one. Look how much time it's taking a human to find those keywords in a CV. Now the VMware, I need to find here. This is the second word, VMware. So these are the must to have in a CV. The second one is MCSE, I believe. This is the third one, MCSE. CCNA. I wish I had this tool. I wouldn't be wearing those glasses right now. All right, so it's somewhere, but definitely has the MCSE, the CCNA, Cisco. Okay, so now I have this candidate. He's ranked B+. What should I do? I can send resume. To whom I will send it? I will send it to the hiring manager. So recipients here, the hiring manager. I will attach the resume. If you have notes, you can include the notes. If not, not necessarily. You don't need to write anything. The machine will fill in the blanks for you. You can add an attachment, and you can just send. And send email. Everything you do, it will be captured here. This is your activity line. Screening answers, if you want to modify screening answers. Add notes. Email candidate, if I want to email the candidate from here. Documents here. What should I do with this candidate? I will definitely shortlist him. So he's shortlisted. Now, whenever you shortlist a candidate, we'll ask you, do you want to add him as a benchmark CV? Is it a good CV so we can compare all other future CVs to it? Yes, definitely, I want it. I want this guy to be my benchmark CV for any future candidates. And what will happen? The system will rank candidates again based on this CV, not based on the old CV. Look, this system will require more than, yes, please. You have any question?
Yes, so you're telling us just like someone who has filled what's in the job requirements in his CV, he'll be directly filtered or
yes.
Highly ranked by the software?
The machine will rank the CV based on the keyword search that is captured from the CV, benchmarked to your job posting. And in your job posting, you have three main areas for a keyword search. The text, the body text of your job description, the mandatory to have skills, and the good to have skills. But this is 50% of your journey with the candidate. A very good CV doesn't mean a very good candidate. So here comes next are the screening questions. What are you going to ask this candidate? What are you going to ask this candidate? And those screening questions will give this candidate another grade by the machine and compare him to other candidates. Look, I will tell you something. The artificial intelligence tool and algorithm, software, hardware are there. But that's why I told you from the beginning, artificial intelligence is not artificial. There's always a human touch. If you don't think like a machine, you will never have the machine work for you the way you want it. So it's always, you have to build the architecture of the machine thinking, the machine mind. And this is what we do as HR consultants. We build the machine mind in learning management systems, in applicant tracking systems, in performance management systems, even when integrating job descriptions to learning management systems and to career path, to succession planning. It has always to have a foundation. Without this foundation, the whole building will crack. The whole building of the machine learning will crack. So I can see some chats here. Okay, I will share with you the link right here. You can always look. You can always log in with your business email, and you can always get a free demo. By the way, when this Marihan knows when this website started, it was a very simple one, but because I'm in love with artificial intelligence, I took it as a trial, and we have developed it 10 times. The developers were extremely happy that we brought it this far, made it more and more intelligent. Having yes, the machine learning made. You're most welcome, Marianne. By far, you can master it, I believe. But let me take you to what we can do. Let's assume that you have a website, and you have to make the highest ROI from each vacancy advertisement. Instead of sometime you post a vacancy on Bait, sometimes on Monster, sometimes on this Found It. So instead of posting those jobs there, build your employer brand. Make a career page on your company website and link all these recruitment tools to your company career page. On the brand, on the candidates, and you will see here the numbers coming in thousands every month. Thousands. You will start with hundreds if you don't have an employer brand, but every money you spend on any Instagram or any social media or any kind of a job advertisement, make sure that the traffic comes to your website, not to somebody's ads. Don't build companies on your shoulders and you lose your employer brand as a poor visited by applicants. And always empower your employer brand by increasing traffic and by creating an employee value proposition. Candidates would love to see what is your value. What is your value proposition? Why are you there? What is your unique work culture? What is your unique people management, your leadership that will bring people to you? Work on these employer brand parameters and use the artificial intelligence as a tool to make you get the right candidate faster than any engine, faster than any officer, human or machine. You can always have ad campaigns. Whenever you have a posting here, you want to advertise it, you can simply share it. You can open it here. You can share the job where you can share it on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter. You can even copy a job link and you can post it on Bait, on any recruitment portal, wherever you want. Look at this guy. You know, he was B+ when I made his CV as a benchmark. He became an A+. Such a beautiful machine, man. Really. Okay, what reports you might expect? You will expect this. You have like 13 candidates, one shared, one shortlisted. It will show you the simple. You can always make it more complicated. Like if you have a huge team of talent acquisition officers, the user summary, all by month, 6 months, 1 year. Vendor summary, every year you have the same vendor doing nothing. Why do you still keeping hold of them? Just get active vendors. Those dormant vendors who are not uploading any CVs and getting you any suitable candidates. Why are you wasting your time keeping their records on your files? Get active dynamic vendors. Resume upload. You want to see your team, who uploaded what, and here you can see it by user. Ahmad Hatoum, 13 CVs uploaded. Okay, the resumes, where did they come from? If the vendor uploads CVs, you will see his name here, and you will have it here by vendor. So, do you want me to explain more about this, or you're happy with what you're seeing? This is the simplest AI tool, by the way. There are much more advanced ones where you have like digital video, face recognition interview tools to measure the reliability and the truthfulness of answers provided during an interview. Let's see a small video.
Ahmed, how much time we still need for this?
I'm trying to accelerate because I know you came all tired from your job, so I will move forward. I have sent you the link if you want to try the tool later on. So I have sent you the link. You can always try it at your convenience. If you have questions, Dr. Muhammad can share with you my contacts. I will be more than glad to help.
I will share also the links that you like to share in an email for everyone who registered to this webinar as well.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to send it via email? I already posted in the chat.
Okay, you can post in the chat, but also at the end of the session, we send an email to everyone who registered.
Yes.
With
Yes. Sounds great. Sounds great. All right. Let me continue. Okay. Sorry, so many. Okay, here we go. So now, why it is important to use the artificial intelligence in our talent acquisition process? Have you seen how many generations now they are working in your companies at the same time, and how difficult it is to have each generation communicate with the older generation? Now, let's assume we have those 4 generations only, even though I am 100% sure there are more than 5 or 6 generations. Look, each generation, how do they think? Now, the baby boomers, the generation born in, let's say, 2005, okay? Their priority is to have good health insurance, benefits plan. Their second priority is to have a boss that they believe is worthy of their respect, a leader, a professional godfather, if you want to call him or her. And finally, their last priority is the salary. Those are the newcomers. Let's call them the campus recruits. They are coming to work with the Generation X. Who cares for the salary, the job security, the job challenges, excitement, which is good. So these 2 generations, they meet on the excitement, and which is related to the boss or the leader. But other than 2, they have different perspectives. Look at the millennials: salary, job challenges, excitement, ability to pursue passions. So if how many times you have faced an employee who has applied for an annual leave, and because of his direct manager rejection, he submitted his resignation? He wanted to go to climb Mount Everest. He doesn't care. He can easily find another job. He has a passion. But the problem is why we didn't understand his passion before we have built a judgment that made us lose such a candidate. Generation Z, salary as those 3 generations. Ability to pursue passions comes next. Job security third. So you have different generations working at the same time, different communication perspectives. And I'll tell you a story. It happened actually with one of my friends. He was hiring a senior internal audit manager, and he was hiring a senior internal auditor. And the senior internal audit manager was shocked to see that he's a super candidate, but he's expecting double than the budgeted salary. So the communication between the senior manager internal audit and the HR manager started, and let's see what happened. So the senior manager said, okay, I have entered to the CEO office, and he said, okay, let's hire this guy, even if his salary is higher than the budget. Then the CEO changed his mind. He came to the HR. He asked him, don't you have any other candidates? The HR, he said, yes, if given the time, I can get you the candidates. Focus here on the time to recruit. So the senior internal audit manager got angry, and he said, no, the HR are only recruitment facilitators. They are not decision makers. So the HR manager replied back, no, it is not true. You as an internal audit manager, you have to stick to the objectivity, to the unbiased, to the transparency, and to the equal distance, and the exemption from interfering in other departmental roles. So a clash happened and a big debate. Imagine if this senior internal audit manager is talking to an HR bot or chat bot. It wouldn't reach that level. And this is, by the way, I used here in this scenario. So I narrated it before reading it. Let's see this interview.
We don't hear sound.
Okay, so what shall I do? Let me see. I need to. All right, here. Can you hear the sound now?
No,
Still
no,
can't,
yes.
still
Oh.
can't hear. Not yet.
Okay, so look, this one I can't. Maybe because let me try to remove this one. Can you hear now? Sorry, can you hear now?
Yes, yes, but not very clear.
All right, let me do something.
The voice is weak.
I will repeat. The emotional behavior of the candidate attending such an interview, and it goes from there. Let me. I'm trying just to post it. Here we go. I'm posting it here for everyone. All right. So we talked about this email scenario, the clash between HR and senior internal audit manager. And I have a couple of questions here. What went wrong between a human to human communication? This is very common. And I believe every one of you has gone through this, where one of the communicators has to stop and they should meet, discuss things, resolve the conflict. But do you think having a robot or a smart chatbot that is capable to answer all of your questions, do you think this would be acceptable by managers as an evading friction situations between humans at the workplace? What do you think?
Can robots read the body language of people?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. If you click on the link that I have shared, you will see how this robot will assess the body language, the micro expressions, and the tone, the vocal tone of the candidate while it's attending an interview. The same happens, but again, this problem will always be there because the human mind will always be challenged whenever facing with a new blood, whether a machine or a human being, and this has to be controlled by top management by getting things on code of conduct, agreement, how to deal with each other. There should be communication policies, values, ethics, norms. It has to be there, and it has to be there from the beginning, from the induction, not when a problem happens between two managers and one of them will have to leave or could escalate to unfavorable situation. So whether chatbots or humans, this confrontation is always there. Would a trained chatbot solve this communication gap? No. But let's see, what are the pros of chatbots? Now, let's be realistic. Here in Kuwait, only 2 or 3 companies, they have those high-end chatbots. They are well trained. Let me tell you something. Do you know that before a robotic company produce a robot, how much time it takes to train such a robot? For example, if a factory wants to bring a robotic machine to produce like 5,000 yogurt pack per hour. Do you know this robot could sit for 6 months inside a robotic lab, training how to figure out the shape, the size, where to pick it up. It takes like 6 months learning before they start mass producing such machines and delivering them to the factory. It's not an easy process, but yes, if trained, it can make conversations, can adapt to the context and show empathy. This is the dangerous word. It shows empathy. Imagine now this Bard. Have you used Bard on Google? This is the new ChatGPT, but it's much more fun and much more intelligent than the ChatGPT. Did anyone use the Bard? No one?
Yes, we are using this.
It's amazing.
Yes.
By the way, what happened to Google is that when ChatGPT came to the picture, Google got scared. They are making $1.3 trillion per year, and they said, no, we're not losing this to another company. So they started working on Bard, and when they started working on Bard, they started working on the reinforced learning. So you're not dealing with a normal ChatGPT. If you, for example, tell Bard that I feel sad and I think that my life, doesn't count anymore, the Bard will take it emotionally and he will answer you questions relevant to not commit the suicide. Imagine how smart is it. So now I think Google is back to possess the 70% of the artificial intelligence market in terms of the IT, and Microsoft with this 365 Copilot. It's coming soon, and I believe it will make a break. But I don't know Google. I don't know if Google will allow Microsoft to go that far. But it's nice to see such competition, and we are benefiting from the best of the best that could serve our business purposes and objectives. The good thing about chatbots, they are available, always willing. They don't feel sad if you made them, and they will not ask you for overtime. They will improve customer satisfaction, definitely, if they are smart enough to ask customers to, now you have chatbots using advanced suggestive selling techniques. Oh, thank you for purchasing this item. Would you like to know more about, a similar item that could add value to your shopping experience? And you will see this chatbot is taking this customer into a higher level of customer experience, where if a human could feel tired, not willing to sell for the day, something is occupying his mind at home and with friends. The chatbot is there. Train them more, they will deliver more. They process valuable data, yes. They optimize cost, detonate personal frictions among employees, yes, they will do that. But let's see the cons. All right.
Can we finish in 5 minutes?
Yes. Okay, they need constant revision, maintenance. They require continuous maintenance and data update. They can't resolve a query, but they still need, learning experience. ChatGPTs, they have variety of sources, but again, they answer general knowledge questions. They can easily give misleading answers. They can't cite their sources accurately. How can we make it better? Let's see. We can develop a data-savvy HR department by following these three. Don't count on ChatGPTs on any. If you don't have these three within your department, you will not reach anywhere with the artificial intelligence. You have to have first like an alliance of HR professionals believing in data centers, believing in data analytics, believing in people analytics and people capabilities. So when you recruit, have these three characteristics in the HR team you would like to build in the future. And also expand it to other departments. Start thinking AI across all functions before you get the wrong people who will be resistant to change in the future. What could HR data include? This is nothing compared to what it includes. This is only like a dot in an ocean. You can have millions of data, but recruiting, demographic data, performance management ratings, CRM data, Everything that is related to an employee as a data matters in your HR center, but you have to know how to connect the dots in order to offer a reliable and a tangible decision making when it comes to hiring, when it comes to firing, when it comes to promoting, when it comes to transferring, when it comes to whatever you do as part of your HR process. You have to have a data center ready to provide you with the input required for your output. Thank you so much. Sorry to take more than 1 hour from your time. If you have questions, if you have points of views to discuss, please, I'm here to serve you.
Thank you, my dear colleague, Mr. Ahmed, for this very comprehensive and very deep session. So we're looking forward for your questions. Do you have any questions, any inquiries about the presentation?
I have a question. Do these robots that do the interview, like, are they filtering candidates, or they will be taking the final decision?
Okay, thank you for the question. Those machines, those deep, we call them deep learning minds, they have attended thousands of interviews, and they have watched thousands of interviews, and they learned what an accepted candidate could be when it relates to a position or a set of skills. So those are trained artificial intelligence machines, higher than robots. Because yes, they are able to outwork the human quantitatively, but not yet qualitatively. But in 2040, definitely they will outwork the human. But for the time being, they can do huge numbers in terms of quantities, but quality-wise, no. The human is like 20% better to select based on cultural qualifications, based on behavioral competences, and the machine requires further learning. And as I said from the beginning, 2030 is like the expected time for those machines to learn how to outwork a human.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
Most welcome, Jonathan.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
For the web, we talked about CVs.
Yes.
From where does it retrieve its data? CVs, profiles?
Yes,
Just need
I'll
to
tell
know
you.
the source.
Okay, I'll tell you. When you go to CVscom, you have different sources. First of all, the CVscom itself, as an AI-based machine, will share the posting on all free recruitment portals. Let me try to open it again here. For example, if you have this job, I will show you. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if you
I can see
let
it.
me show you. If you go to this job and you make edit job, you have the option to share this job and get more applicants. You have these free job boards. You see, here you have Dr. Job, you have Job Rapidio. Look, I don't have experience with these portals, but I have experience with like Monster, Gulf Talent, Bait. Those I didn't try before, so I cannot share with you my personal experience. But you have Google for Jobs is good, as I heard. So this will be your data source. Candidates will come and submit their CVs for free, and here you don't pay anything. It comes with a package, which is nuts if you compare it to other. It's nothing on an annual basis. When you check with the sales team, you will be surprised. But the good thing is, if you want to go to a higher level, like to advertise on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or share with a vendor, or even to copy and put on your Instagram or anywhere else, you can still do. The main thing here is to build your database. And this database, okay, has to connect to every job vacancy. And for every job vacancy to have a top-notch CV benchmark. Top-notch CV benchmark. So whenever you have hundreds of thousands of candidates coming to this vacancy, whenever you come to this vacancy and you click this button, rank, only one click rank, it will rank all of your candidates based on the benchmark CV. And here you won't have you will not have time to waste on unsuitable candidates. You will go for the A, B, C, D maximum, for example. And this is how you save time, money, and efforts.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. I hope I have answered your good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Most welcome.
Any more questions? I'd like to thank so much, Mr. Ahmed, for this
Thank you.
very nice comprehensive session. I still believe that this is one of the hottest topics going in all around the world, and I still believe there is a lot to share with people. So maybe we can check if people are interested to attend more comprehensive training or session. Maybe you can check also with people and go deep more into this, and they can learn actually how to use this and benefit from your expertise as well.
Thank you for your great management and facilitation of such a great session. And yes, if attendants have enjoyed this session, we can bring another session covering other HR tools like learning management systems, performance management systems. We can go deep into connecting employees from the gate of recruitment till their gate to retirement, by maintaining their human value and their fair recognition within the organization that will add up not only to its employee value proposition, but also to its customer value proposition. They go all together. So it's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for having me, and we'll surely meet in the future on another sessions. Thank you so much, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you so much for everyone who attended. We'll send you, inshallah, the presentation and the link to the recording via email for people who register. Thank you so much, and looking forward to see you in coming events with HR Leaders Week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad.
Thank you, Dr. Rabi, and thank you, Ahmad.
Thank you. Most welcome. Thank you, guys.